couple who go to the forest in Wales to write an avant-garde album, and I am playing Daphne Davenport, who's one of the couple. I had to do a bit of research into electronic music, which is something I didn't know anything about, and sort of learn how that worked. And I worked a lot with Lucretia, who was the woman who wrote the music for the film, so that was a really new thing to be able to unpick and learn about, really. The film is about a couple that can't communicate with each other, and that sometimes the truth feels unbearable, and that maybe we should just hide it because everything's kind of fine and okay. But actually, if you open your heart and say the scary things, it may be hard at the time, but you're always going to build something more special.
Yeah, it's a wiggly, meandering road to make any movie, you know? Like, this one it came out of my special interests, which are like folklore, particularly Welsh and Celtic folklore, and early electronic music, and particularly like the women in Britain who pioneered experimental analog music. And for me, I drew some connections between those two things: magic of the earth and music that comes from straight electricity. You know, anyway, for me, it's sort of a mixture of the things I'm interested in, and along the way, it becomes a story.
I got sent. So the casting director Hannah, she had seen me at an event. I was there for my best friend's film premiere at the time, and she was casting that. And I was just there supporting my friend, and she saw me, and then she called me in to do an audition. I got sent the script, fell in love with it straight away, and then went in and read, and that was how it started, really. I think with theatre, it's quite big, and you've got to reach the very back row, whereas I think with TV and film, it's quite small and contained, and that's been lovely to try something different. I think with theatre, you make a family and you get to know people in a really personal way, and that's really helped on these big film sets to have that interaction with these actors and directors and things like that. For me, it was just going through the script the whole time, just reading the script day in, day out, to try and make sure that when I was on set, if there was a change or if there was a thought that Dev or Bryn maybe had, I knew the script inside out, back to front. I also took a bit of inspiration from Hannibal Lecter. But like just his intensity, his stares, the way he thinks about things, I try to put that into what my character might be feeling or going through. So that was an inspiration. Yes, there was one day where we were filming up north. We were filming in the hills, and I'm with Dev making sounds, so he's recording on his device, and I decided to jump into a puddle to try and make that big splash sound, and I jumped into this puddle and it was up to my hips. I'm not joking, I nearly died. I was so panicked that Dev had to come and run over and drag me out, and I think that's made it into the film.